employees can get distracted very quickly when their context is switched, even more so when working from home compared to when they're in the office. Now, I'm going to talk briefly about the concept of context switching. If used properly and intentionally, it can be extremely beneficial. On the other hand, it can be extremely destructive to productivity if it's not controlled. So, what is context switching, you might ask? Well, context switching is when you are switching your context from one mindset, from doing something to switching to some other activity, right? So first, let me talk about how it can be extremely beneficial if it's done intentionally. Let's say you're working on an extremely important report that requires some very, very deep thought. You have blocked out the time, turned off all the notifications, and you have dove very deep into working on a report for, let's say, 1 hour straight. Then an alarm goes off, tells you, hey, it's time for a break. You take a break for 15 minutes, go for a walk, read a few pages of your fictional book that you've been planning to read, play some sport, take a quick nap, whatever it is, you're giving your brain some much needed rest for a few minutes before you get back into, of course, working on that report. That's very important to work on. Now that is intentional context switching, and that can be extremely beneficial to your productivity. Now on the flip side, let's say you're working on the same report, same important report. Now at this time, a colleague stops by your desk or sends you a message through Microsoft Teams, Slack, something, and says, hey, I need your help. So you switch your context. That's without your intention. You're working on that report, and now you're talking to that colleague. Something that just happened to you, right? Your mindset has changed. Now to get back into the report, to get back into the mindset once you're done talking to that colleague, that can take about 20 minutes to get back into the flow of things of what you were working on before. So these type of interruptions, if they're happening all day, that can be extremely destructive to our time management. So if we can help our employees minimize unintentional context switching, I truly believe that they can be a lot more productive working from wherever they are. Hope this helps.